my name is Natalie, and this is my very first YouTube video, so please bear with me. I want to talk about plants, I want to talk about Hoyas. I love my Hoyas, and I'm going to try to make this one short today since I don't really know what I'm doing, but hopefully eventually I'll get to show you all my plants. I have two plant rooms. This is my upstairs plant room. I'll give you a quick little look. There's my grow tent. There's a lot of my plants I got upstairs. This actually started as a rehab room until I ran out of room. And then I started putting everything else in here. The grow tent's about a month old. I've since filled it up. So I thought for today I would just go through the inside of my tent and show you what I have in there. It's mostly Hoyas. There's some that are not Hoyas, but that's what we're gonna do today. So hang tight, here we go. All right, here is a good look at my tent. There's all of it right there. And this tent is a Lighthouse 2.0. And so anyways, let me just show you what we got here. I'm going to show you a few I'm really happy about. So this whole top row is all Hoyas, and I'm telling you what a difference a grow tent makes. It's just unbelievable. This right here is my Hoya quinquenervia. And wow, like those have like grown twice the size in like 24 hours. So I had this plant, I've had it about 9 months, and it put out one leaf in the 9 months I had it. I've put it in the grow tent for probably 2 weeks. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe even a 5th leaf coming on. Love it. Another one that it loves the grow tent is my Hoya Viola, and also sun stressing beautifully. And so that's my Viola. And I've noticed one thing too with the grow tents is that some Hoyas stress nice and some Hoyas stress really ugly. So the ones that do not sun stress well, I pull out, and the ones that do, I put in. So, okay, quickly, top row. This one, and I do have them all labeled. This is my Hoya acuta marginata. And back in the back here, I have my Hoya Sarawak, which is also starting to sun stress. I have Hoya glabra. Back here, oh, here's another one that has done amazing in the grow tent, and that is my Hoya melliflua. This is one of the ones that I think had spider mites. I have treated all my plants with sulfur. This one would start leaves and then they drop constantly. And since I've treated it with sulfur and put it in the grow tent, it's put out these 2 leaves. And then if you follow the vine up, we've got 2 more coming, and it's just on its way. So super happy about that one. Then all the way in the back here, and this one's got a new vine too. It's trying to get to him without making too big of a mess, but in the back, far back right corner, is my Hoya Snow Queen. And then up here is my you know what? I'm drawing a blank right now. Mathilde. It's my Hoya Mathilde. So that's my top row. I do, and this is actually a wire insert from our dog cage that we no longer needed. So I thought that's a really good way to hang some Hoyas. So on this wall we have Hoya Croniana Silver Splash, and to the right here we have Hoya, and forgive me if I say it wrong, Gunungading. And this is my This right here is Hoya Cinnamon Folia. Like this one here is Cinnamon Folia. This one here is my Hoya, oh boy, I'm going to butcher this one. Sulo Wesleyana. I'm sorry, I probably said it wrong. Okay, this one here is my Hoya Clemensorium. And then right here, I do have a bigger one of this one, but I thought I'd put the small one in the grow tent, is my Hoya gracilis. Another one that sun stressed beautifully. You can see by the new leaf coming out. And here's another one that really took off. This is my Hoya Crescipediolata Splash. And had 2 leaves when I bought it. It did put out one more smaller leaf. And then it's put out 2 more leaves since it's been in the grow tent. So that's all I've got hanging on the wall right now. So, okay, second row down on the left-hand side, I have a Hoya Rosita, which is probably going to die. It got shipped a little bit too cold, and it's hanging in there, but I don't give it much hope. In the back is my Hoya Calistophylla. Let's see if I can get a better shot for you. This is my second Hoya Calistophylla. The first one died. The second one here, I have gotten 1 new leaf off of it, but it's pretty dormant. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong on there, but it's not dying. So hey, that's something, right? In the back, I have Hoya Siptangensis. And then up here, I do have my Hoya Polynura in the front. And mind you, this is one that almost died until I put it in a grow tent. It has since put out these 2 new beautiful leaves since then. And then in the back here, I have Hoya Pazai. Forgive me if I say it wrong. Again, the new leaves are coming in a beautiful shade. All right, and then, oh my gosh, this one I've put in the grow tent like 3-4 days ago, and it's already like shown such a difference. This is my Hoya Hushkiliana variegata. I'm expecting big things out of this one. It's like I said, it's just made such a difference since I've put it in this tent. And then in the back, we got a new leaf coming on. And this is my Hoya Obovata Splash. Again, this is one that really didn't want to do too much, but once I put it in the grow tent, you know what happened. I got a new leaf coming. So there's that. Oh, here's my first non-Hoya. And this is my Mandula Pothos. This one, it's been a little bit of a struggle, but you know what? It's doing excellent in the grow tent. So, and then in the back here, this is my Hoya Nicholsoniae. Again, looking excellent. I do have heat mats in here, and they're not on every shelf, but on the second and third shelves down on both sides, I do have heat mats. So, the next one down, this is, here, let me get my Mandula out of the way. This here is kind of my propagation box. A lot of these are plants I already have, so I'm kind of just working on, you know, maybe possible trades in the future or possible sales. So I've got Hushkiliana, I've got, right here, I've got Curtisii, 3 of those. Little Carnosa compacta. This is my Hoya globulosa. And I've got Croniana. Back here I've got my Crimson Princess. And again, some of these plants I have outside of the grow tent. I'm going to show you those on a different day. Right now, today's going to be all about the grow tent. So this one has been an up and down journey for a long time. This is my Hoya Rangsan, of which I've actually got it split into two. This is one part of it. But I must be doing something right because it's finally putting out a new leaf. Cutting from my Hoya Hanahai. Again, I'm sorry if I butcher the name. 2 new leaves. I've got Crimson Queen in the back. I've got a Hoya Carnosa, which I have several Hoya Carnosas. I had a big one and I went to repot it and then parts of it died. So now it's like chopped up into probably 6 or 7 pieces. And anyways, there's one of them. My Hoya Maniparesis, which I have to say has not done a single thing since I've bought it. Probably like 2 months ago. So I don't know. I might have to do some more reading up on this one to figure out what he's all about. And then this is my Hoya Siptangensis. Again, one that I had to cut up into several pieces. Some are living, some are dying, you know. This one's doing really good. I kind of like the looks of him. So that's all with that one. Now down here, I have a slightly bigger box. Again, I have Croniana, I have Carnosa, I do have a rather large Crimson Queen in here. This one, I know they call it Latfolia. I really prefer to call it by the name Macrophylla because I feel like Latifolia seems like such a broad general term. But that's just me. So this is my Hoya Macrophylla. Again, I have 2 more of these that are larger that are outside of the tent, but this is just my one I'm experimenting with, my propagation. So, and then here's another Macrophylla, and then here's another Carnosa. All right, now back here in the back, another non-Hoya that is not doing so well, and I may end up chopping and propping. It's a Scindapsus. I'm not sure what type. I know he's not looking real good. I've had issues with Scindapsus, and I was hoping the humidity would help the leaf curling, but so far it has not. So we'll see. Here, right here on the corner, again, sun stresses beautifully, is one of my 2 Hoya Cartesii. This is my better one. This is my keeper. The other one I have is used for chopping and propping. This one I don't really want to cut. I love this one. So, and then down here at the bottom, I have my Hoya Botanica. This one is putting out beautiful leaves. It's put out this leaf and this leaf just since it's been in the grow tent. And I only put it in the grow tent probably 2 weeks ago. So looking very nice. So, okay, down here at the bottom shelf on the right side, I only have 2 plants. And they're ones that need humidity, but not necessarily the high light. So I kind of keep them tucked under here. And this one is my Alligator Fern, I think it's called. Doing very well in the grow tent, but his leaves burn if I put them out directly in the sun. So I just kind of keep him tucked into here so he's got a little bit of shade, but he does get the humidity that he needs. And then over here, and this one does not look good. It's my Philodendron Silver Sword, and I have a problem with philodendrons. So they do good in the beginning and then they die, and this one is no exception. Although this is the first philodendron I've put in the grow tent, so I'm hoping that maybe that will be the difference. And just mind you, if you see any white spots on my plants, it is sulfur. It's not spider mites. So just to make you aware. All right, and then I've got kind of a prop box on the next one up. This is Hoya pubicalis with a lot of sulfur on it. I have another one of my many carnosas. This right here is Hoya Parasitica Black Margin. And he has put 2 new leaves on since being in the prop box. And that biggest leaf is really starting to show the black margin. So, loving that one. This one right here is Hoya Flores Island. And he looks good right now, but I have to say, I did check his roots the other day. The roots don't look too hot, so I may be redoing his roots. I'm going to wait and kind of see how he goes from here. Yeah, stand by on him. And then back here, here's one that I've been not doing so good with. Oh, well, the sticker on it says Rang Sen, but that is not true. He is Hoya Dakia and Chicken Farm. Now this one was 2 leaves, and I don't know what I did wrong, but one of the leaves fell off. I think maybe I overwatered it. I since then checked the roots, I repotted, and he is one that does not sun stress well. Kind of gets ugly, so that's kind of why I've got them tucked a little bit farther in the back. Okay, continuing on my prop box on the right hand side. Let's see if I can actually get it out. A little bit hard. So right here, it's another Scindapsus. I'm sorry, I do not know the form. And again, I don't do very good with Scindapsus. I think if these 2 ones in my grow tent don't make it, that's probably going to be the last ones that I buy. So make room for more Hoyas, right? All right, so this one is Hoya Morelia. This is one that I've had for close to a year, has done nothing for probably the last 8 months until I put it in the grow tent. Put it in the grow tent, and looky there, new leaf. So pretty happy about that one. And it's, you know what, it's kind of hard putting these back. Don't want to break anything off. Okay, this one is my Hoya erythrostemma. Looking not too bad. No new leaves yet, but I have high hopes. And then in the front, last one. This one is my Hoya pubicalyx chimera. Basically looks the same as what I did when I bought it, but I'm expecting good things. Oh, that's it for that. Well, this has me sad. I don't know where this came from, but looks like at some point I knocked a leaf off. So, all right. Next row up. This one here is my Hoya Surijuensis. Probably said it wrong. And this one was sun stressed when I bought it. But knowing that it sun stresses very well, I of course had to put it in the tent. Here's another one of my props. This is Hoya Polystatia. Yeah, we got 3 leaves here. This one, my original plant got very leggy. So I thought, well, let's cut a couple and see if I can get a new one going. So, okay, guys, this one super excited about because first of all, I didn't think I could find one, and I did. Second of all, I was told it was a very hard one to grow. And guess what? Put him in the grow tent, and he's growing. This is my Hoya, I'm trying to show you the name here, Hoya Dakia. So, he has grown this leaf right here since he's been in the grow tent. And he's got another one coming right here. And a little stem coming out as well. So he's loving the grow tent. So I could not be more happy. All right, that's my Dakai. Next one in here. This one's been a little bit of struggle. And I don't have him labeled, but I'll have to make sure I do that. This is my Hoya Baboa. And you know, his roots rotted, and you know, then we regrew him, and then he dropped leaves, and you know, he's just been a struggle. So I'm hoping he'll do much better in the grow tent. I think he will, because there's a brand new leaf. All right. Then back here, I have the other part of my rank sand, the one that's been a struggle. So the one over on the left-hand side, I have in regular, well, potting mix with my own additives. And then this one I have in pumice and leca balls, and I have it with self-watering, a string to self-water. So he looks good. He hasn't done anything else since I put him in here, but the leaves do look really good and healthy. So I'm thinking he's going to be just fine. Okay, and then move one up here. And I really got to be careful not to knock any more leaves off. One of my favorites right here, and that is my Hoya Velosa. I have one leaf over on the other side. I might have called it Globulosa. I know that this plant goes by both names. I pretty much use it interchangeably, so if I say Velosa, I also mean Globulosa and vice versa. So this one has exploded since I put it in the grow tent. I have a new leaf here. I have a new leaf here. And then over on this side, I got all kinds of stuff popping up. Let's see if I can get a good picture of it. Maybe not. Right down in there, all kinds of stuff popping up. So this one, I'll probably be chopping and propping at some point, just because I want to share this guy with others. So let me carefully put him back. And all right. In the front here, another Hoya Macrophylla. And by the way, these sunstress very beautifully in the grow tent. They get a pink margin, and I just love it. So I want to keep my big one in there. Another Siptangensis. This one's, you know, this one may or may not make it, but he's just a prop. So, and look what I did. I just knocked a leaf off. Well, it is what it is. Okay. Here, right here is my Hoya rotundiflora. This one, again, was one that I had to reroot. I think I overwatered it. I'm a little bit heavy on the watering, and so now he's in leca balls. He seems to be doing fine. He's put out some new leaves, hoping the humidity is a good thing for him. In the back here, I have Hoya Vitilanoides. So when I bought it, it only had the one bottom leaf right here. And then shortly after I got it, it grew this second leaf. And then it didn't do anything forever. And now, since in the grow tent, looky here, it popped this out. So can't wait to see any new leaves coming out on him. And then right here is my second Curtisii. And as you can tell, this one's a lot less full and lush. This one is the one I take cuttings from, so. But he's in a regrowing stage right now, so. And now all I have is my top shelf. So let's get through here. All right, we are down to just the top shelf on the right side of my grow tent. This one's doing wonderful. This is my Hoya crassipediolata. I thought I only wanted the crassipediolata splash until I saw the plain version, and then I'm like, wow, okay, I want both. This one's doing great. It's grown this vine, and we got some more leaves popping up. So, yeah, good things coming. So, and then behind that, I have another one that sun stresses beautiful. This is my Hoya latensis. Never thought much of it when I had it out in the regular circulation, and then I put it in the grow tent, and look what it does. Oh my God, it's beautiful. Just beautiful. And I put it on this heart trellis. Didn't think much of it at the time, but wow, am I glad I did, because it just sets it off. It's beautiful. So, back behind that is my Hoya Hanahai. I do have some cuttings of it that I showed you earlier. This is my mother plant. And then, oh, here's another oh my God moment. This is my Packy Claddagh. My Packy Claddagh didn't like to do anything for me until the grow tent. And now look. Beautiful. And they're thick. They're very, very thick and succulent. And I'm so excited. And it's like every day when I come in here and check them, like they're noticeably bigger. So I have those two growing, and then up top here, I have another little stem starting. So pretty happy with that. Okay. Next here, I have my Hoya encrusata, and I believe it's the Eclipse. I think the Eclipse is the outer variegated and the Moonshadow is the inner variegated. Please correct me if I'm wrong. This one did put out this leaf not in the grow tent, but it was so thin and straggly looking, I thought, well, let's just see if it does any better in the grow tent. So I did move them to the grow tent. Maybe that wasn't the wisest idea. I may end up dropping the leaf. I don't know, but it's just a chance I'm going to take. Okay, behind the encrusata, another one of my favorites, although I've had a hard time growing him. This is my Hoya Shepherdi. So I have two of them. They didn't do so well. I had to split them up, and again, I got one in soil, and I've got one in pumice in leca. So they're both doing better. I was kind of waiting to see which one really takes off before I know which is the best way for that plant. And okay, what do we got next? This one also looks wonderful on a trellis. This is my Hoya Kimengiana. So, yeah, Hoya Kimengiana. Growing beautifully. Then back behind that, this is my Hoya Dakia. Again, it's got sulfur all over it, so this one, it's been kind of a slow grower, but it's very pretty. I love the dark leaves on it. Okay, let me put that back. Okay, looks like we got two left. This right here is one of my 4 Crimson Princesses. This one is actually only in here because I had him in my kitchen and my husband accidentally knocked him over. And so I was I didn't know if he was going to do well or not. And I thought, well, I'll just put him in the grow tent, you know. But he hasn't really missed a beat since he fell out of his original pot. So still looking very good. All right. And then last one. Last one right here is my Hoya Imperialis. Another one that loves the grow tent. And as a matter of fact, he likes to have, gets these orange lines down the middle, which he was growing pretty decent outside of the grow tent, but the color, there's more color to him now inside the tent. So I think I'm going to keep him in there. So that, let me put him back. So that was my tour of my grow tent. Like I said, mostly Hoyas, a few that are not. I have many more plants besides what I just showed you. But since this is my very first video, I thought I would just stop here. I'll show you more later. I have an entire upstairs and downstairs to show. So don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Keep me going here. And thanks for watching. Bye.